Well, springtime means new additions to the farm, and the switch to summer means that those youngest members are growing up and often moving out. Kat Viglienzoni spoke to one family raising baby goats that's taking the changes in stride.
As springtime winds down and with summer just around the corner, change is in the air at Vermont farms, including for these young kids, just days old. Raising goats on their small East Montpelier farm is an experience Karen Lieberman wants her children to grow up with. But managing hobbyist goat breeding, along with work and family, brings some challenges.
I think the major challenge is being available. You know, this year the goat was due on a Tuesday, and I'm supposed to be at work on Tuesday, and so I was thinking, oh, how am I going to manage that? I haven't actually ever needed to be here, but it's really fun to be here. And it's a wonderful thing to witness. So as it turned out, she gave birth on Monday afternoon. I called the school, I had my son run home, and we three of us got to watch, so that's a thrill.
And to her human kids, the newborn goats are entertaining and delightful.
When they come out, they are all wet and floppy. They've been folded up, and almost immediately they try to start standing up. And then there's this hilarious hour where they try and they wiggle and they flop back down, or they can get their front legs to work but not their back. And then within a couple hours, they're really able to stand and nurse. And then the next day, they're standing very consistently, but still very tired. And then day 3, they're jumping. This is day 5.
But day 5 for these young kids means soon they won't be fed by their mother anymore.
We want them to be friendly and to be bonded to people, but that means that when they're about 4 or 5 or 6 days old, we'll separate them from mom, bottle feed them, get totally attached to them, and then have to sell them, and so that's hard.
Rosie's just saying hi.
The first time we had to sell babies, there were lots of tears.
Lieberman says letting go is easier, though, when they know the kids are going to good homes.
They will not need to be raised for meat. I think we have 2 families that want them for, I don't even know, to graze their fields or to keep another animal company.
They've been doing this for 6 years now, and Lieberman says they usually milk 1 or 2 goats the entire time. This year, it was only 1, but even 1 still means a lot of work for a small-scale farm.
You know, the hard parts become when the fencing needs to go up, or maintenance, or the 100 bales of hay need to be loaded into the barn. We do a lot of stuff by hand that if we had a slightly bigger farm, we would definitely have the tractor, or we would definitely have the fence post digger, So yes, there are probably a lot of times when you do things really inefficiently because it's a small hobby.
For Lieberman and her family, each year brings new experiences, new challenges, new maintenance, but also joy.
It's a lot of fun, but there's a lot of work too. So at some point, I imagine that it might tip the balance. But for right now, it's a great hobby.
A hobby they hope continues even as the kids grow up and move out. Kat Viglienzoni, Channel 3 News, East Montpelier.